All right, hello everyone. So let's take a look at the market today. I've already posted the Astro hours. Let's check it out. I've got gold today. Now remember, today's Wednesday. Monday was a swing day. It made a low. It now made a low again. This is not an Astro hour. I've just put that there because it retested the low, so I'm going to get rid of it. The Astro hours are today. They're actually here, okay, in this zone here now. 848. Actually, I can also put here 848. On the platform, which is 9:48 our time, okay, from 8:48, but until 9:15, change shouldn't come around. Okay, so if you want to look for any change, it's after 9:15 on the platform, and it's 10:15 my time. Okay, in any case, I would go with this because we've got a bit of a hectic aspect coming in at 10:50. So looking for these is better. This is why I've posted from 11:45 onwards. Okay, my time, which is 10:45 on the platform. All right. So this is just for, I know, heads up, but start where I posted on the members website. Okay, that's the zone. Also with gold, Friday is a swing day. So Friday, this doesn't mean that we won't end up lower. So Monday, as you can see, being a swing day, has pushed the market up nicely back into the 1994 level there, 1996 there, before coming back down. So then the market might be another swing going down. Be careful. It's a possibility because I just looked at Friday aspects and it does have some tricky moments. And remember, we said we have to be careful about today. Why? Because we've got astrological phenomena happening today as well. All right, so today can also be a swing day leading up to a high on Friday. So buying the lows, finding places to buy at the lows is not a bad idea. And the first support of the day is 39. If it breaks below 1977, we can assume that we're going to go down further. Okay, so be careful. 1977 is going to be your zone here. 1977. All right, so if we let's say this is it here, right? So if we break this level here, okay, then we can expect the market probably to push further down as well. So be mindful. Like I said, today is Wednesday. We've got some nice aspects coming in at 11:45 and also 1:30 my time. So those time periods are like good to watch out for, which are going to be around this zone here. Okay, it's going to be between these two lines here. And let's see. If I do this. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. So this is going to be that zone. Let's take a look at SP 500. Now with SP 500, as you can see, the market's just going up. Now we talked about this before. I said we've got room to go up, so we have to be careful here. With the indices, I did say also yesterday, you can either take a step back, or if you want to trade both ways, you've got to wait for the market to come down. So if the market comes down, I said you could go long. This was the place. And you can see the market made a real nice dip down right into the Astro hour. And this is 4:45 on the platform, 5:45 my time, and the market just going up, as you can see, into those Astro hours there. And I talked about this Astro hour being an Asia session. And that's basically it. Okay. So what to do with this? Well, there are still targets out there. So you'll have to be careful. Why? Because on all the indices, we've got a breakout, and this breakout is like going somewhere. All right, as you can see. So that's LCL line. It's pretty close to that 4,655. So we might be heading up a little bit more. This zone I did mark in because it could do a double top or something similar, or sweep the stops and then just take off. So those are possibilities what the market can do. It can also fill in some gap here, as you can see. Okay, so if I do this, if you're using your ATAM strategy, that gap fill is going to be just there. Whoopsie daisy. Right. And this is on the weekly. So we'll see how things pan out. Like I said, we could have a Christmas rally, and this always is an option, and then we can sell off in January as well. So you have to be a bit careful with these. If you want to go long, like I said, you can just wait for the market to come down, for example, to the daily pivot or to that place where the market took off yesterday, just under there, or where the breakout happened. There's a bit of a gap here. If it fills out, it should come to the daily pivot, which is that manipulation bar on the 15-minute chart right there. Okay, so that's about 4,464, 65, I guess, happening around there. Okay, and that's SP 500. So if you want to go down, you should wait for it. If you want to go up, I wouldn't sell anything. I wouldn't sell at least until 11:45 to 1:30. Like that period is important, and then see how things pan out. Okay, so it's going to be if the market turns, then it should at least continue until the New York session. Okay, which is going to be 4:30 and then 6:15 my time, and so on. All right, that's how it should go. And if gold starts to fall after it takes a swing, it should continue to fall. If it starts to go up, then it's going to keep going up until around 9:30 today. So be mindful. Look for that swing level where the market can take off, okay, or where the market can like reverse. So on this one as well, the lower end is where you want to be getting in long. That's, like I said, the manipulation here. So if the market does come back here into an Astro hour, going up is okay because the trend is still going up. On the monthly, we've got room, looks like, to go. But I'd be very cautious along these levels. Why? Because this is where the market kind of like sold off before. Okay, it's just filling in some gaps, and that's basically it. All right, so be mindful. Euro dollar, let's take a look. As you can see, euro dollar is yesterday made a nice move up, and this is how it is. Okay, so what to do with this? These were Astro hours yesterday. If you also check it out, what you'll be able to see is, okay, this is 4:45. Remember, we had 5:40 on the platform, right? So 5:40 is there, 4:45, 5:45. Our time is 4:45 here. So if you played this, you should have been okay. And it went all the way up into that closing time, like I said, which is 10:40 my time. And then we had Asia session as well. Asia session being what did I say, 2:30, 2:40, which is 1:30, 1:40. Okay, so that's nice and easy there on the Asia session. What you can do with the euro dollar is actually continue to follow this move. Yesterday I was also doing the video. You could have just played it long, because remember I said we're definitely getting to this weekly pivot and the 0798 as well. So that was like one move. If you bought back here, because that was a nice breakout, if you bought back at the Astro hour, then you should have also been okay with that. On the daily, if you take a look, we've got 52 there, so that can take us up to 1.0837. 1.0837 is now going to be our next level, which is going to be there, okay, which is just enough to take out stop losses and so on. So 1.0837. On the weekly, if you take a look, that's the HCL1 line, 1.0914. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, okay, because this is the weekly move now, as you can see. On the bigger time frame, this should be still a sell reaction, okay, so we should have like a B, C. The market should get down here or here, all right, where the gap is. So why? Because this is the weekly chart. If you go back here, okay, this is 1. So we shouldn't, if the market is going to continue to go up, we should not go lower than this high here, according to our waves principle. Remember, if that's your wave 1, we should not go below 1.0637. So if it does come down here, we're still going to be buyers, but we have to be extra cautious as the market may continue to go down. In any case, though, I'd be a seller going back into this Venus line here, and that's all good. All right. So yeah, so selling as the market goes up is not a bad idea. On the price, I got 1.0854. You can also put 1.0854 as a price target here. But remember, it's always the PST that's got priority for us. Okay. Now, other than that, though, that's all. That's all. Not much else to do here. If the market does go up, would like to sell off. That's a good pull. As you can see, the market closed the gap there, so the market selling off from here is not a bad idea. For us to sell, at least we're going to have to break this swing here. So if we break that swing, any push up is okay to sell down again. If you want to sell, I think it's okay. Okay, it's okay to do so. But with the PST levels, there's always an opportunity to go back up again. So what I might do, you have to check out the market here, 0778. 0778 is going to be around here. Okay, 0778, around there. Okay, so if the market comes down here into an Astro hour and does not break and starts to go up, we should go higher and at least test that high there. Okay, and then possibly go up. So be mindful, mind your Astro hours, as I always say. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Bitcoin. Now, with the indices, remember I said, all of them on the monthly, they're at a breakout. And when a PST level breaks out, you just need to be careful because, those PST levels, when it breaks out, that's it. And the bigger the time frame, the more stronger that's going to be. And if our PST indicator is breaking up, buying the dips is not a bad idea. So yesterday also I said you can either step back to see what it's going to do, or if there is an opportunity for a Christmas rally, you can buy retracements when the price is cheap. So Nasdaq and Dow Jones are going to be with that same kind of mentality there. Let's take a look at what happened with them yesterday. Dow Jones, as you can see, still going upwards, still at the Astro hour here, as you can see. So that would have been our 445. Nice and easy, guys. If you managed to get that done, well done. You would have been okay. All right. So not a problem there. Market going up all the way into that Asia session I talked about, which is 140 is there. All right. So you would have been all okay and nice and easily safe there. Now on the daily, let's take a look. You see, we're quite up there. There is divergence here, as you can see, but we're not going to worry about that right now because this is the zone. All right. So until we get a reaction, we're not thinking about anything. On the monthly, this could still pan out and go forward. So we have to be careful. We can make higher highs. You can see that happening there. So we're going to be careful. Okay. We're going to be careful to see what's going on. All right. As long as the bias is still up, it's okay. A lot of gaps here, a lot of gaps here, a lot of gaps here, a lot of gaps here. So eventually, sooner or later, we should find ourselves down here. And these levels are better buy levels than buying up there. So I would be careful if you're going to be a buyer, since this zone is going to be tricky on the price. Okay. And that's it. And remember, this zone is where they sold off before, which broke this level here. Okay. So we'll have to be careful on that. If you want, you can take a step back, and otherwise you can just wait for the market to do what it needs to do. Until we have some swing breakdowns, I don't see any reason where you want to be aggressively selling at all. Nasdaq, same kind of thing. As you can see, we're like way up and above. Nasdaq going into there, into this zone. Here we talked about the gap here that the market should fill out. It's done it nicely. Now on the weekly, we've got a breakout. Okay, so this is obviously going to be pushing further and further, and this breakout is just basically nice to see. Once the market breaks out, as you can see, it's just smarter, I guess, to just follow it through, and this is what the market is really doing. All right, so if you want, the only thing you can do is sit and wait here. Don't buy the tops, obviously. I'm going to get rid of this now. There's nothing to talk about here. The only thing that can possibly happen is if we get up into this zone. This will be the next zone. Until we have some kind of a confirmation that the market is going to twist around, I would just sit and wait on this one. If you want to sell at an Astro hour, if I had done these swings for December, we would have actually gotten a good for the 2024 for all the for all the assets that we're doing, so we know when these future swing days are way ahead of time. We'll see how things pan out. Okay, I'll get to that. But in the interim, though, wait for the swing days. And as you can see, NASDAQ is, let me see, it was Monday and Tuesday. Now we are on, as you can see, Wednesday. So the market just kept pushing up, as you can see. So just sit down and relax. Don't do anything. Bitcoin, well, there you go. The highs were a swing. I said the market can come back down all the way here. If it comes down into these swing days, you should probably go up, which is around here. So see how the market mucks around here. If it sticks around here, as you can see, then from this zone going up would not be a bad idea at all. It'll need to fill in that gap in any case. So that's the way to go. From the lows, you can go high. And this zone 46, as you can see, 40,369. So from this zone here, it's already done that. You can push up a little bit, as you can see. So testing also these lows is an option. Previous week low, strong lows down here are okay at Astro Hours to go long into those higher levels there, and then up here.